Chapter 14. I turned to glare at the person who was holding me in my seat. A man in his late 40s, with a deep scar above his cold eye, stared. He looked like a man who was used to getting what he wanted. From David's description, this had to be Daegor. I swallowed. It was showtime, and I was ready to pee my pants. My chest constricted as he grabbed the shirt collar of the man next to me and yanked him out of his seat. He planted himself beside me and took over the man's stack of chips. The man shot a second look at Daegor, then scurried away. I was thinking this table might be a little too much for me, I said, attempting to stand up.
Don't worry, baby, I'll show you the ropes.
His voice was deep and graveled. He grasped my arm and pressed me harder into my chair. My stomach was slick with nausea from Daegor's presence. Everything about him, from his oily dark hair to his narrow eyes, made me want to be as far away from him as possible. I had never taken much stock in womanly instincts, but with Daegor, the warnings were clanging like a 10-alarm fire. I bought in with my credit line. $100,000 of chips were passed to me. I giggled nervously as I stacked them. I peeked at the 2 cards dealt to me. They were garbage. Since I didn't care about winning, I tossed in a handful of chips. It killed me to throw away money, but I had to remember it wasn't mine, and I was trying to help. Daegor tossed in chips too. I followed his lead and slid chips in as the dealer laid down the flop, the turn, and then the river. I had 5 random red cards. Maya. Please forgive me for what I'm about to do. I hopped up and down in my seat, raising my dress precariously high. I flipped over my cards to reveal that I had all red. The players at the table gawked at my cards in bewilderment.
Baby, you need to have the same suit, not just the same color,
Daegor said, taking a peek at my legs with vulture eyes. Oh, pooh! You mean I didn't win? I yanked my dress down.
Where did you get the money, baby?
I slid my eyes to him under my glittery lashes. Big Daddy gave me the money before he died.
You're a woman with money and no man to make you happy.
I threw in chips. The money makes me happy. Big Daddy liked his special nap times. I don't miss them.
A girl like you needs a big daddy in her life. I can be your next one.
Really? A little piece of me died inside. This was not going in the direction I wanted. I had to redirect the conversation without raising suspicions. I do miss him sometimes. Like yesterday, I won money at Lost City Casino, but then I found out it was fake. Big Daddy would have dealt with it, but I don't know what to do.
I've heard about that. I can help you.
I turned to him. You can? I tossed in more chips. I didn't even know what my cards were.
Sure, I know a person on the inside that can switch the money for you.
I bounced up and gave him a large Maya-style hug. Oh, thank you. His hand grasped the back of my leg and was moving up quickly. My skin shriveled in response to his touch. I sat down before he made his way too far. You must be pretty important to have someone on the inside of Lost City Casino.
I am, baby.
His hand brushed up my thigh and headed past my dress hem. I deadened all my senses to keep me from jumping in revulsion.
Are you going to take me up on my offer?
What offer? I threw in chips again.
You become my girl and I will solve all your problems.
Does this have to include special nap times?
It includes whatever times I want.
I don't even know who you are. You're not a bad man who makes fake money, are you?
Baby, I'm a bad man, but I don't make fake money.
You know who makes it, and that can't be good. I gazed at him with the biggest doe eyes I could muster. I wanted information, but I didn't want him to catch on to my intent.
Yeah, I know who makes it. I helped set up the operation. I'll make sure you get your money. I protect my own. I'm only bad when I'm pushed. So, what do you say?
I didn't know what to say. Well, I'm not sure. There's another man who wants to take Big Daddy's place too. I wouldn't know how to choose. He can't be buying this. Are there women in this world who have this dilemma?
Who is he?
I said the first name that popped into my head. Caleb Usher.
He's nothing but a poker player. He'll be working the tables for hours, not giving you the attention you deserve. I can give you so much more.
Yeah. Like a dirt coffin. I shivered. I couldn't pull this off any longer. I was losing control of the conversation, and Daegor was about to become my big daddy. Yuck. I stood up from the table and collected my chips. What if you give me tonight to think it over? Picking a new big daddy is a serious decision in a girl's life. I'll be back here at the same time tomorrow to give you my answer. With the show tomorrow night, I would have to hurry to make it in time. His body slid along mine as he stood.
You better pick the right man, baby.
His hand wrapped around the back of my head, towing me into his lips. They were cold and hard, like the man they belonged to. I didn't dare push him away and blow my cover. When he finally released me, I gave him a shy smile that pained me to bestow and fled. On my way out, David strolled past me and slipped a note into my hand.
Meet me at your place.
How did he know who I was when Grayson and Caleb hadn't had a clue? David was relaxed on the couch when I opened the door to my apartment.
Well?
He asked.
From what I could see, you were in excellent form.
He smirked. How did you know who I was? No one else recognized me.
Your green eyes and the way you walk. Maya taught me well. She used to go through such drastic changes that I recognized her from the things she couldn't change. Like the curves of her body, her blue eyes, and her naturally bubbly personality. One time she wore colored contact lenses. I almost tripped on that one.
I smiled. That's really sweet. Do I walk funny or something?
No, but I'm not telling you anything more than that.
I eyed him. What the hell does that mean?
It means you don't walk funny. I can see why Grayson watches you. So what's the story with Daegor?
I relayed the conversation I'd had with Daegor. David listened intently and didn't speak until I was finished.
So,
he said,
we know he somehow helped set up the operation for someone at Grayson's casino. Most likely he sold them the supplies needed. But we won't know who his buyer is unless you become his lover.
I shuddered at the word lover. A smile brewed on David's face.
Are you trying to tell me you don't want to be his lover?
I nearly died when he kissed me.
So, short of selling yourself, we need to get him to meet with his buyer.
How will that be possible? He'll want me to perform services before he'll help me. My phone rang. I plucked it from between my cleavage. The corners of David's mouth twitched up. What? I asked. I don't have pockets in this stupid dress. I checked my phone. It was Grayson. I sent the call to voicemail. I didn't want to talk to him after he'd had dinner with Katerina. I needed a shower and sleep before I could talk to him. I didn't want a repeat of our last encounter. I also had a voicemail from Caleb. I tossed the phone on the end table.
You're not going to answer?
No, it's your brother. You can talk to him if you want. I'm tired and need to scrub the Daegor cooties off me. I paused. How many of you are there? I don't think I can take another Miller.
We have another brother named Ian. I wouldn't worry about him. The last I heard, he was trekking in Africa. He's rarely in the States.
Thank God. He chuckled.
We aren't that bad.
That's because you have to live with yourself. You're accustomed to your flaws.
We have flaws?
Well, I don't know about Ian, but I'm sure I can include him once I've met him. You and Grayson, however, don't seem to stop for 1 second to relax. When was the last time you took a vacation? I bet you never took Maya on a honeymoon. You suck everyone into your crazy vortex of mayhem. I'm a poker player, for God's sake, and you've got me parading around town finding big daddies.
I meant to take Maya on a honeymoon, but I was called out. I had to go.
She said she missed you today. She nearly broke my heart the way she still believes you'll come back to her.
I'll be back with her soon.
You saying that and doing that are two different things.
Maybe you should relieve some of your anger on the punching bag.
I'm going to take a shower. Just figure out what I need to do tomorrow night. Daegor's going to want an answer. I stomped to my bedroom, yanked out my pajamas, and stomped to the bathroom. Hopefully David would be gone by the time I was done with my shower. I took an extra long time in the shower, trying to scrub off the glitter Maya had painted all over me. It was nearly impossible. Every time I scrubbed a layer off, it would trail onto a different part of my body and stick again. The hot water eventually ran out and freezing water poured over me. I gave up on the remaining glitter. I dressed in my pajamas and shuffled to my bedroom. The lights in the living room and kitchen were turned off. David must have left. As I turned into my bedroom, I spotted David lounging on my bed.
Nice pajamas,
he said. I inspected my camisole and shorts that had a playing card design. They're comfy. What are you doing here?
I need a place to crash.
Why here?
The place I was using is no longer available.
Then go home to your wife. He sighed.
Stop being difficult and come to bed.
I'm not climbing in bed with you. If you stay here, go sleep on the couch.
Your couch is rock hard in some places and saggy in others, and I'm too tall. I won't fit. What if there is a barrier between us on the bed? Would you feel more comfortable?
See, this is another flaw.
Just deal with my flaws and get into bed. I promise I won't try anything.
Go get Gus.
Why do you need Gus?
He'll be the barrier between us. I guarantee he won't budge the whole night. David strolled out of the bedroom, gathered Gus from the couch, and plopped him in the middle of the bed.
How far can I strip down without you freaking out?
He asked. This keeps getting worse. Unless you have freaky underwear, you can take off your pants, but keep your t-shirt on.
Freaky underwear?
God, I hate my life. I threw myself into bed next to Gus and squeezed my eyes closed. I didn't want to see what David was or wasn't wearing under his pants. He turned off the lights and settled on the opposite side of Gus.
Good night, Nadia.
Get bent.